So guys, we have a momentous moment. The first car cleaned at the new unit. I've finally got onto the little Suzuki Splash I bought off the subscriber. It's only done 29,000 miles, but it did need a really good, although externally it was really clean. The door shuts and that had quite a lot of green gunk in them. Presumably these doors probably weren't open the entire time the car was used. So I've cleaned all of the door shuts up and I've cleaned under the engine bay. I'm going to give that a plastic clean in a minute. I'll show you how it's come up beforehand. The car is super clean, apart from a couple of dents in the bodywork, which I'd love to get the dent guy out to do, but he's pretty much unobtainium. It's ready to go basically. I'm going to take this over for an MOT this afternoon, so it's all set because I want it ready to go as soon as the customer wants to buy it. But here's the engine bay. That's come up really clean. I've just got to get some plastic shine stuff on that now. So now to get exterior polish, get the tyre shine on, get the plastics in the side, get the inside hoovered out, and I'll get a photograph this afternoon. And then I'm going to drive this one over. I'm going to probably introduce you to Mr. Steve to swap it over for, because the observant you'll notice there's something missing outside. My green MGB's joined us, so I am driving that even this time of year. But you'll notice there is a black Audi shaped hole there. That's because it's gone over for its MOT. Because we may have done a deal on it already, so I'm going to have to call out rubber thingy here. You put a comment that said that they would be laughing all the way home because it'd be really hard to get hold of, to get rid of. So I'm going to call you out on it there, mate, because it looks like it's already sold within 48 hours. We arrived on the Saturday and sold on the Monday potentially. So it's gone over for its MOT. So we're going to go and pick that up in a minute, check out how that got on, and it's sold to really good friends of mine that I sold a car to about a year ago. That they just want to upgrade now, something that gives better fuel economy, a bit nicer looking, a bit quicker. So we'll be taking their Polo. It's a 2011 Polo with I think same sort of mileage, 95,000 mile on it. Taking that in as a part exchange. Now that does mean that I can't cash out of the car until I've sold the part exchange. So that does delay my profit hit my bank account, but it does put some money back in the bank, and I'll have a nice little car to retail. Then I'll probably let that go cheap because I want to get the money back in the bank this month. So I'll probably just sell that below book. The Audi was 7.273, something like that. On that, and I sold that under book. I sold it 6,995, and then the part exchange was valued at about 2.6, but I actually gave 2.9 for it because of the business they've done with me before. So they've got the car below book and they've got above book for their part exchange, so they should be happy on that front. And as long as I don't get washed out at the MOT, then I should be okay. Obviously I've got to eat the VAT on it, and I've got to eat the warranty side of things on it and the MOT, so I'm not free of costs at all. It's not all, as I always say, not all money in my pocket because of the way the used car industry works, but looks like on the face of it that was a quick flip. Now does that prove that I can sell more expensive cars out of the unit? I don't know. Obviously they're friends of mine, they saw me post the car and they wanted to upgrade, so would it have shifted quickly otherwise? I don't know. I never fully advertised it, so I don't really have an idea of how many inquiries I would have got. So again, it's difficult to tell. A lot of you have been asking about the VW van over here. It's not my van, obviously. It is actually one of the landlord's friends who's allowed to park it here. It is getting moved, but I know nothing about it really, other than the fact it is a VW transporter with a trailer on the back, and I think it was used as a small race car trailer. So that's about as much as I know about it, and I don't think it's up for sale in case anybody was asking. So thanks for the comments on the VW Caddy. I'm probably going to try and clean the turbo out on that. Check that first, check we haven't got sticky veins in the turbo, but there's a couple of other things it could be. So, but a lot of people have had the same problem, said it was a sticky veins problem, so we'll get onto that. I'm not getting dust on the cars obviously from the scrapyard opposite now anymore, but parking them here I am getting a bit of sort of tree gubbins on them. And originally with the landlord the plan was to have the cars over here in rows over here when this is gone, which I think we will do because I won't get so much gubbins on it with the hedgerow there. But it's starting to look nice with the cars lined up. I know they're not in particularly good nick at the moment. Once they're all done, it's going to look nice. Petey's come over to visit me. I know a lot of you were worried that Petey wasn't going to be coming over. He's already popped over on his motorbike after he managed to start it, bless him. He missed that he didn't have the on-off button on it. I've got to get that in this video. He's got to have that called out. So yeah, he's already popped over to see me because it's his favourite road for riding his motorbike out here, actually. So yeah, and we will be working together, probably do the clutch together on the Fiesta. But now let's get the splash finished off, cleaning, and then we can get some photographs. And I think photographs in front of here with the roller shut down are going to be really nice for the cars. Either that or up against the hedgerow over there. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, comment below what do you think looks better, up against the closed roller shutter doors or up against the hedgerow on the gravel over there. But let's get on and finish cleaning her up first. So the little Suzuki's all done. As I said, she didn't need an awful lot. She's had a hoover out inside and the plastic's clean. The outside's had a polish and a sealant put on it. I did my usual trick of popping the wheel trims off and stone chipping behind, so you don't have any of the rust on the steel wheels showing through. Overall, I mean, as I said, it's in fantastic condition. This one owner from new, 29,000 miles and a full main dealer history. That's the only thing. Like I say, if we can get a dent man out in between, we will. Inside came out immaculate, as you'd expect. I'm going to stick a Bluetooth receiver in it so that someone can play their phone through the stereo system and make and receive calls through it as well. Probably a DAB one, they're a bit better. So all we've got to do with this now is whip it over to Mr. Steve's and get a fresh ticket on it, and it'll be up for sale. And the book for this is 4242 with this mileage on and this spec. I'm probably going to put it at 3995. Again, I'm going to put it under book. I'm going to put it into a price category that means if someone's searching up to £4 it will be found in that, and just be very firm on my price. So that's the way to do it, just price it keenly but then be firm on the price. Low mileage cars for me, I don't find they move that much quicker, to be honest, because the thing with it is if you're happy to have a car with 60 or 70,000 miles on, you can go up a couple of years newer, get something with a few more toys in it, that kind of thing. So for me, low mileage cars have never moved that much quicker than anything else. So I'll price it keenly, move on quickly. I haven't got a lot of time in it. I've probably got all in a day and a, if I count my running back and forth, a day and a half in it. So I don't need to make fortunes out of it. But we'll see. We'll put her up and see how she goes. I've done a walk around video on it. I always like to point out things like it's chain driven, so there's no cam belts to worry about. £20 road tax. Book says it'll do 60 miles to the gallon. It would make a perfect first time car for someone. And if you can just rattle together, I mean, for the price of what, a 2011 Fiesta, you're going to get a 2000 with probably what, 80,000 miles on. You're going to get something here with 29,000 miles on a 2014. This is actually registered, so you know your likelihood of it causing you any problems is pretty low with this age and this miles. So it would probably make a good choice versus something like that. Anyway, let's get over to the MOT station with Mr. Steve. We've got to meet the people with the Audi over there because they're too keen to get their hands on it, and they want to give me the Polo there and take the car away without me even cleaning it, which is lucky that it's already super clean. Don't know what that beeping's around in the background. Yeah, it's lucky it was brought to me so clean, and they're just happy to take it away as it is. So anyway, let's get over and get that sorted. So here we are at Mr. Steve's in Torrington. I won't disturb him, he's working, but the Audi passed. It just had an advisory for corrosion on the springs. I think all the powder coatings come off the red springs, so it got an advisory for that. But other than that, total clean bill of health. And my buyer's actually in it now sorting their insurance out because they are taking it straight away. They want it that quickly, they're taking it away straight away. So I have got their Polo in part exchange, which I'm going to be driving back, which is a nice clean little car. Got a little bit of lacquer peel just there, which I'm probably going to try and sort out, or might, depending on what price I sell it at. So we're going to get that into the unit tomorrow, give it the mother all cleans and get that up for sale. So I showed it to you quickly outside Mr. Steve's yesterday, I did bring a load of boxes in today in it, into work, and drove it about last night. Drives brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. I forgot, I know I love my i10s and I love my little iGos. I like my cheap little runarounds, but you can see why these cars are more expensive. The build and the drive of it compared to those little cars, they're just streets apart. This is a lot quieter. It's actually a bit nippier even though it's a heavier car. Trim wise, the trim's just so much better inside. So inside we've got, it does need a good clean, but we've got CD radio with Bluetooth. We've got air conditioning, auxiliary input, steering wheel controls. Sorry, the parcel shelves up on top at the moment because they're at the back to get everything in. We've got the alloy wheels, the tinted rear glass all the way around the back. This is factory, by the way, not aftermarket, because I sold this car before, didn't I? And it's just a really good looking little car and it just drives really, really well. So if your budget's that little bit higher, or perhaps it's a more, something to get the family around in as well, these are probably the ones to go for. Drives great. We will do another service on it. It's just due its service again before I put it up for sale. And then I'm going to punt it out the door. So the question is, what do I punt it out the door at? Now, I gave 2.9 for it. Book was 2.7. It's a 2011 with 95,000 miles on it. The book is 3.995 retail. But obviously, to cash out of the Audi, I need to get out of this. Now, I could just sit on it and put it up at 3.995. But I think I'm more tempted to get rid of it quick. I might even 3.495 it, just to get it out the door, get the money back in the bank. I'm going to work on it today. We just need to give it a really good clean, a polish. It's just had its MOT, which it went through with only one advisory for a drop link track rod end, I think. So that's the only advisory it had on the last MOT, a track rod end link. Sorry, track rod end. Why do I keep calling it a link? So yeah, so we're just going to machine polish it, clean it, photograph it, get it up for sale, and let it go quick. I'll probably advertise it 3.695 across all the platforms, but if someone comes along and wants to give me 3.5 for it, I'll stick it out with a 6-month warranty wise on it as well. And then yeah, someone's got a good runabout. But yeah, I really enjoyed driving this. Really enjoyed drive. It's only the 3-cylinder 1.2, but it's still pretty nippy. Yeah, great little car, and obviously really nice to do my second sale to somebody. Now I have had a family where I've sold to a lot of their family members, but this is the first time I've sold a second car to the same person. So that's a new one for me, which is nice. So yeah, onwards and upwards. As you can tell, I've got crap loads of work to get on with, so I better get cracking.